If you want pain to stop being served to you on a platter, then you need to stop ordering it and instead make your own. What the fuck does that mean, right? What the fuck does it mean I'm ordering pain? A lot of times in life, we don't get to choose our own pain. We let life decide what the pain is in our life, right? But here's the thing about being a man or just being a human in general. Either way, you're going to experience pain. But you have two choices. You can let life decide the consequences. You can let life decide the pain. Or you can choose your own pain. Here's an example, right? Let's say you self-sabotage. You understand? You self-sabotage and you broke one of your non-negotiables. For example, let's say you stop tracking your macros after tracking them every single day for 2 weeks straight, right? You have this non-negotiable of tracking your macros, but you broke it. Letting life decide the pain would be to just stop tracking macros, fall off, start binge eating, right? Maybe skip the gym a couple of times and get fat, right? Feeling shame, feeling guilt, all of those emotions that you feel after you break one of those promises that you made to yourself. But choosing your pain would be, okay, I broke my streak of tracking macros. Let me go to the gym and let me punish myself for doing so. Let me push myself past failure. Let me do a workout that I've never even tried, right? Let me do some high intensity workout that like literally makes me feel like dying. Because once you persevere through that, you're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much better and you're no longer gonna carry that shame and that guilt that comes with you breaking your non-negotiables. Because here's the thing, no matter how disciplined you are, we all break our non-negotiables sometimes. We all break those promises that we made to ourselves sometimes. I've done it plenty of times in my life. In the beginning of my personal development journey, I would tell myself, I'm gonna stop smoking. I'm gonna stop watching porn. I'm gonna stop chasing girls. I'm gonna stop skipping the gym. I told myself these things time and time again. And then I would break my promise, right? And so my self-respect went down because every single time you break a promise to yourself, your self-respect goes down. And it's just this negative loop. It's this negative cycle where you're not carrying yourself with confidence because your self-respect is low. And so you let people walk all over you. You let people treat you any sort of way. And then you lose attraction from women. You lose opportunities and work in your career. And it's just this endless cycle of feeling bad about yourself, right? And here's how I got over it myself, right? I chose the pain. Every single time, I remember this for a fact, and I still do this to this day. Every single time I broke a promise to myself, man, that next day, I would be inside that gym and I would be so fucking locked in. Like, I wouldn't talk to anybody. I would literally do 500 push-ups, 200 dips, 200 pull-ups, kettlebell swings, kettlebell circuits, burpees, all of that, right? I would be in that gym for like 3-4 hours, just doing reps on reps on reps, hundreds of reps, past failure, just locked in. People would probably look at me like, yo, what's up with this guy? Like, you're not in prison, bro, chill out. But the thing is, I was in a prison of my own mind and I was trying to escape. I had all of these negative thoughts in my mind like, fuck, you're worthless, right? You're a bitch. Why'd you do that? Why'd you break your promise? You did it again. Congrats, bro, you did it again. These are the things that were going through my mind. And the only way I was able to shut out those voices was by going past like a limit that I thought I had, breaking those mental limits, and proving to myself once again that, listen, no, I'm not a bitch. Listen, yes, I made a mistake, 100%. But anytime I make a mistake, I'm gonna bounce back so much harder. I'm gonna bounce back so much harder, right? And that's what I used to do. And to this day, I still do it. And I'm making this video because I've broken some of my non-negotiables recently. If you guys have been watching my daily videos, you know that I wanted to post, I said I was going to post daily YouTube videos in February. You see, going to the gym for me is light work. I don't skip the gym. It's like second nature to me now, right? I don't have a problem with going to the gym. That's not discipline to me. Once you reach new levels in life in different aspects, whether it's your career, your fitness, your relationships, you start to understand that discipline changes, right? What used to be discipline for you back then isn't discipline for you anymore. You know, going to the gym consistently, tracking my macros, making sure I train with intensity, that used to be discipline for me. Now it's just like, yo, this is like bare minimum. You feel me? Right? Making sure I'm approaching women, making sure that I'm taking care of my looks, making sure that I'm not falling into lust. Those used to be hard things for me, right? That used to be discipline for me. Now it's like, anytime I want, I can go and approach that girl. Anytime I want, I can go and ask her out. You feel me? It's no longer hard for me. But you know what's really hard for me right now? It's content. And I've been posting content for years, but just like building my business and making sure that I stay consistent in showing up with the content. Yeah, I could drop one video every week like some of these guys do, but I don't feel good doing that, right? I feel uneasy inside when I do that. I feel at my best when I'm posting consistently on this, right? And I post every single day on Instagram. If you guys don't have me on Instagram, make sure you check that out. I'm posting daily stories, daily reels, daily value, everything you need for dating, fitness, relationships, all of that, self-improvement. But it's like YouTube has always been the hardest thing for me. And in December 2025, I made the switch, right? Because I was like so sick and tired. I was like, yo, you're so fucking inconsistent with your uploads. And that's the first time I remember I was like, I'm going to post a YouTube video every single day for December, right? For December 2025. I don't care how late I have to stay up. I don't care how much sleep I get. I don't care how fucking tired I am. I'm going to post that video. And I did it. And I remember when I wrote that down on December 1st, I wrote it down in my journal that I was going to do it. This was like a huge thing for me. It was like a huge fucking standard because, bro, 31 videos in a month. Like I haven't even posted 31 videos in a year before, right? This was like something that like I've never came close to. You understand? This is like you just going into the gym and saying that, yo, I'm a bench 225, but you've never even got under that bench bar, right? That's what it felt like to me. That's what it felt like to me. So I was like, yo, I'm going to do it. And it was so uncomfortable. And I remember the second day of posting daily videos, I got tested hard, right? I got tested hard. I was recording a video. It got like shut down twice, right? My phone died. I ran out of storage. You understand? And I had to remake it. And I stayed up all night that night, right? You take a look at how much sleep I got for December. I got like, on average, shit, like 4.5, 5 hours of sleep, if that. But I made the most progress, not only on my YouTube channel, but in my career, in my business in December. And I remember like the very last day was December 31st. That's when I went viral. I had like a 2 million view video on Instagram because of it. I had a video on this that did like over 2K views, which is a lot for me, right? Because I've never hit 2K views on a YouTube video. And it's like, just imagine if I wouldn't have stayed consistent those other 30 days, I would have never got to that one video that actually blew up. The reason why that video blew up is because I gained all of that momentum the last 30 days. And then January came around and I wanted to keep it up, but I got a little complacent. I got a little complacent with the YouTube, not gonna lie, right? You guys see it. I posted videos, but I think I posted only like 15 videos in January. You understand? And then I was like, okay, that's it. February, I'm back to posting daily videos. And I broke that promise to myself. And I feel like shit about it, right? That's why I'm here. And that's why I'm talking to you guys about this. Because I still haven't got over that limiting belief. You understand? I still haven't got over it. I've done it, yeah. And the fact that I've done it in December and I've seen the results, like, like, listen, I could have not seen any results, right? I got fucking blessed. The fact that I went viral on a few videos, I got blessed. You understand? It could have very well been that I posted 31 videos in December, daily reels on Instagram, and you know, all that I would have got from it was maybe a few followers and just the fact that I stayed consistent. And that would have been enough. But the fact that now I'm able, I have hindsight, right? Hindsight is always 2020. I can look back and I'm like, yo, you posted a video every single fucking day in December. No matter what. I remember those nights, man. I remember those nights going to sleep at like 2 a.m., waking up every morning at 5:30, no matter what, doing my morning routine. And I was like, yo, there were times where I literally like had no energy, but I still showed up to the fucking gym. I still ate clean. I didn't fall off. Like, I was dialed in on less than 5 hours of sleep. And now, like, looking back at it, I'm like, yo, if you were able to put up with all of that, you can do it again, right? You can make this a lifestyle. You just have to be more efficient about it, right? Because obviously, like, I'm not gonna survive if I keep having 4 hours sleep nights every single day, pushing myself in the gym, all of that. Like, it's not sustainable. But the fact that I seen that the work works, that's what's gonna keep me going, right? And so I'm making this video not only to hold myself accountable to making more videos, to making sure that I upload at least 28 videos in February, which I'm behind now, right? I don't know how that's actually gonna happen because I don't know how many posted on YouTube, but 28 days in February, I don't know. We're gonna see, but this is just me holding myself accountable, and you can take a lot from this as well. That if you don't punish yourself in the moment, as soon as you catch yourself breaking a promise to yourself, I don't care what it is. Listen, I don't care if it's smoking, drinking. I don't care if it's paying for pussy. I don't care if it's masturbation, watching porn. I don't care if it's content. I don't care if it's something that you got to do for your business. I don't care if it's something you got to do for your career. You know what you have to do. You know what your main, like, non-negotiables are. And if you don't know, that's a problem. That's a problem. You got to take a second. You got to wake up early, right? Take out your journal and just write down, what do you have to do to get to where you need to go? And fall into alignment with that, right? You don't have to attack 10 things at once, but choose 1 or 2 things that you are going to do for the next 30 days, no matter what. It doesn't matter if you sacrifice sleep. Doesn't matter if you sacrifice time with friends or family. Doesn't matter if you sacrifice your sanity, bro. Doesn't matter. You're just gonna do it because you're proving to yourself that you're not someone that breaks promises. Because time and time again, you've been breaking promises to yourself. What do you think that does to your confidence? Guys always come to me, oh, Max, I want to approach girls. I want to improve my dating life, but I just don't have the confidence. Bro, where do you think confidence comes from? Confidence comes from keeping the promises that you made to yourself, because it gives you self-respect, and that in of itself is confidence. It is confidence. When you're waking up 5:30, you're doing your morning routine every single day. Every single day, you haven't missed any gym sessions. You've been eating clean every single day, right? You've been working on the needle moving tasks for your business, like I have. When you've been doing that every single day, I could go into a situation where it's new to me, right? I've never done something, and I'm still going to be confident because I have that faith in myself. Because I know what I'm capable. Oh, okay. I thought I wasn't capable of posting 31 videos on YouTube every single day straight in December, but I did, and I got a great result from it. So of course, I can do this too. Of course, I can do this too. That's where confidence comes from. You think I give a fuck what a girl has to say if she rejects me or not? When every single day I'm waking up at 5:30, every single day I'm doing my morning routine, every single day I'm journaling, every single day I'm doing about 50 push-ups in the morning, every 4 or 5 times a week I'm going to the gym, I'm training hard with intensity, getting my ass home, making these YouTube videos, going to work, making my content. You think I give a fuck about a rejection at that point? You really think? If you care about rejection, you're not doing enough in your day-to-day life. You're not doing enough. You're not doing enough things that increase your self-respect. So my advice to you is step one, identify where you are now, what are you doing now, and where do you want to go. Find out that distance, right? Where are you now? Where are you trying to go? Who do you want to be? Write down that list of great. Everything. What does the best version of you look like? What does he dress like? How does he act? How much money does he make? Where does he live? Does he have a girlfriend? What's his dating life like? What are his habits? What are his principles? Like, get into autistic detail about what the best version of you looks like, and get into autistic detail about where you are now, and then identify what steps do I have to take to actually get there. Okay, so the best version of me wakes up at 5 a.m. Let me start by waking up at 5 a.m. The best version of me journals every day. Let me journal every day. The best version of me tracks his macros. Let me track my macros. The best version of me is great with women and he's great at cold approach. Okay, let me start cold approaching at least one girl every single day. And once you figure out those non-negotiables that you have to do to get to where you're trying to go, you're going to do them day after day after day after day. You're going to do them every single day. And you're going to see your whole mindset is going to switch. You're not going to give a fuck about rejection. You're not going to give a fuck if that job turns you down. You're just not going to care about so many things in this world, because you know that, hey, as long as I just keep hitting my inputs, time and time again, I'm going to have faith in myself. And guess what, bro? You're going to fuck up. You're going to make mistakes. You're not perfect, and I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. So when you do make a mistake, when you do break your promise, when you do break the promises you made to yourself, you're going to punish yourself. Oh, but isn't it bad to punish yourself? Bro, listen up, bro. If you don't punish yourself, the world will do it for you. Choose one. Choose one. Like I said in the beginning of this video, bro. You choose your pain, or life will decide your pain. And when life decides your pain, it's a lot more tough. It's a lot harder. I'd rather be in control of the pain. I'd rather put myself to a crazy fucking workout and just know that, okay, once I'm done with this workout, I'm going to feel better, than just like have life hit me with like that low self-esteem, like feeling like shit when I'm out in public, not being able to look people in the eyes, not being able to speak to people properly, you know, having like panic attacks every time I speak to a woman. I'd rather do the workout that's tough in the moment, or whatever it is that you have to do to punish yourself and push through pain, and then feel better about myself, rather than this like prolonged suffering that life will instill on you. Because we all been through that, right? If you broke a promise to yourself, which you have, just think about how you feel after. How do you feel after? You feel shame, you feel guilt, right? You go out in public and you're not walking with that pep in your step. You're afraid to look people in the eyes. Your social skills are shitty, right? All of a sudden, like, maybe you don't have anxiety on a normal basis, but all of a sudden you got like anxiety. You understand? It's because life is choosing the pain for you, because you haven't done it yourself. the quicker you can instill consequences for your mistakes, the quicker you can actually recourse and get back in alignment with the best version of you. And with that being said, guys, it's all within you. It's all within you, but you're in control. You're in control. Once you realize that, those mistakes, those broken promises, they don't hold as much weight. Because you know that, okay, I messed up, I can recourse. I messed up, I can recourse. And I'm not saying this as an excuse for you to be complacent and just to like not care and be like, think that it's okay to mess up 1,000 times. Right? Obviously, you should hold yourself to a high standard. If you're breaking your promises every single day, you have some work to do, right? You need to instill some better habits. You need to instill some better routines. You need to go through a coaching program or something, right? You need something. But if you know that, hey, for the most part, I do what I have to do, but listen, there's 1 in every 15 times that I mess up, that I break a promise to myself, and it fucking hurts. It fucking hurts, and it makes me feel like shit. Understand that you instill those consequences, you'll be straight. You'll be straight. The quicker you can get up, quicker you get back on the right path. That's all I got for you boys today. I truly hope that you guys got the message from this video, because this is a message that I wish I had 6 years ago, right? Because I used to always feel bad about myself. Every single time I would smoke when I said I wouldn't. Every single time I would skip the gym when I said I wouldn't. Every single time I would go out when I said I wouldn't. Every single time, I would beat my dick when I said I wouldn't. I wish I had this video to let me know that, hey, listen, the fact that you even have this thought in your mind of changing, right? The fact that you even feel the shame, this guilt for breaking your promises, that means that you're already on the right path. Because not everybody has that feeling. Some people, they sin and they don't feel anything. The fact that you're aware of your sin, the fact that you're aware of your mistakes and the way it's making you feel, that means that you're destined to get over it. But you must hold yourself accountable. You must hold yourself accountable, right? Hope you boys enjoyed this one. See you boys very soon. Make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you enjoyed it. And check out my Instagram. Once again, daily stories on there, daily reels. You can shoot me a DM if you're struggling with your fitness, your dating life, and figure out if you want to have my help. But I love chatting with you boys. I love when you guys send me messages telling me that you've been watching my content. It's been helping you out. You've been applying the tactics. You've been applying the strategies. Always, I love seeing those messages. So, see you boys real soon. Stay dangerous.